Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we again are rejoicing and glad therein. This is Meditative Friday with Bishop A.M. Moore, where we believe that the Word of God is the answer. Therefore, there's an answer in every word that comes from the Lord. There's an answer in every word that comes from the Lord. Listen, according to Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, don't allow this book of the law to depart out of thy mouth, but meditate on it day and night, observing to do all that is written therein. Then will you make your way prosperous and you'll have good success. So we've resolved and come to the realization that my meditation, what I think on, what I speak on, what I process, what I ingest, what I digest, will determine what I release, what I manifest in the earth. I want you to come with me. Our word of focus has been the word faithful. The word faithful, faithful, faithful. In the form of the word faithful, we've been assessing and looking at and processing and gaining understanding and clarity and insight concerning that. I want you to come with me to Psalm 101. To Psalm 101, stanza 6. Psalm 101, stanza 6. The 101st Psalms and stanza number 6. The entirety of these 8 stanzas are rooted in or centered around the psalmist profess the profession of the upright, the profession of the uprightness, the profession of the uprightness, and how the Almighty, the Sovereign One, the one who rules and reigns, the one that is faithful to us, even when we've not been faithful to Him. I wanted to share with you something that just blessed me as I was in meditation even earlier this morning, watching the horizon of the sun as it began to creep up on the skyline for today. It really blessed me to have those precious moments to see God give us another day, another opportunity, another privilege. Isn't that good news? Isn't that good news that we're here because God said so? Just go ahead and put that on the timeline. I'm still here because God said so. Listen to stanza 6 talk to us, and I'm reading from the New American Translation, the New American Standard Translation of the Bible. My eyes shall be upon the faithful in the land, for they will dwell with me. He who walks blameless, he who walks blameless are the ones that will be who minister to me. He that walks blameless shall be the one that minister unto me. There are a couple of interesting words when we're looking at terms. He says the word faithful, reliable, trustworthy, dependable. You can count on me. He says, well, the question has never been whether you all can count on me. The question has been whether I can count on you all. So now look at the privilege that he says. He says, I got my eyes on you. And he says that you're going to reside, you're going to remain, you're going to habitate with me. That's what the word dwell means in the text. And he says that those that walk in a blameless way or in an integrous way. Integrity is really how you behave when nobody's watching. Okay. That's integrity. How you behave when nobody's watching. Do you still do the things that you do in public privately? Okay, when people aren't able to see you. And he says, now you're going to be the ones that attend to me. But my emphasis is not only on the attributes of what being in a relationship and being in a monogamous or a faithful relationship with the Lord produces. One writer says it brings out the reality of the truth that he's favoring me. He's favoring me. I'm the favorite of the Lord, not the favorite. I'm the favorite of the Lord. Can you put that on the timeline? I'm the favorite of the Lord. I'm the Favorred. I'm the favorite of the Lord. And so that's the reason in my flawed state, I heard one great preacher say it, God can deal with our flaws. He just can't deal with us being unfaithful. God can deal with our flaws. He just can't deal with us being unfaithful. He can deal with our humanity. He can't deal with us. He can't handle us not being honorable. That's one of the feelings of the tense of this text. Now, and it says, my eyes, he gives God human attributes. If I was in my class with my provost, he would say that's anthropomorphic. He's now given God human attributes. Now watch, if you will. He says, who's favored you? Who's got their eyes on you? The one that gave the sun the assignment to be the daylight. The one that gave the moon the assignment to be the nightlight. The one that gave the stars the assignment to hang around and work part-time every now and then. The one that gave that called water to be wet, that gave a duck webbed feet. That one is watching. The one that made us in his image and his likeness. God has his eyes on you. And the good news is that he sees better than we do. Man, help me this morning. Can you just put that on the timeline? God sees better than I do. And so now this is the reason I can be faithful to him. He sees better than I do. He knows more than I do. He's been around longer than I have. God's been faithful to us. So now in return, can we validate and verify our faithfulness to him? Can he trust us? I was dealing with one of the believers the other day, and they were having a rough moment dealing with life. And one of the things that I encourage them to do is to be honest. To be honest, that they found themselves at a crossroad because now it's one way to see God when things are going the way that you want them to go. That's another thing to see God when things aren't going the way that you want them to go, that you perceive that they ought to be. Can you still be faithful? So the psalmist says, hey, I know you got your eyes on me. You've been watching me. Woo. And so when you trust me with your favor, it's because you've seen me in my struggles. And yet, even in my struggles, I've decided to stay with you. And I don't know about any of you. I'm speaking for Watsky this morning. I can tell him, woo, without hesitation or reservation, I'm not going anywhere. You brought me through too much because you kept your eyes on me. You sent people in my life because you kept your eyes on me. You protected me from others as well as myself because you kept your eyes on me. I want you to meditate and allow that to saturate you, that God's kept his eyes on me. It's the same way a good parent attempts to do in the developmental stages of their child or children. It's to watch them. It's to nurture them. It's to develop them. It's to encourage them. It's to warn them. It's to protect them. God's watching you. And since I know that, since you know that this morning, let's ease on up out of here. We're making this declaration and repeating this text 10 times on today. And if you don't mind, if this has been good content for you, share it with others on your platform to encourage them as well, to help them know and remind them of the reality. God's got his eyes on us. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. The declaration is simple this morning. Because of Owaski's faithfulness to God, because of Owaski's faithfulness, stop there. Because of Owaski's faithfulness, comma, God has kept his eyes on him. Okay. Because of Owaski's faithfulness, comma, God has kept his eyes on him. Because you've proven that you could be trusted, God has kept his eyes on you. He's kept his eyes on you. Because of Owaski's faithfulness, comma, God has kept his eyes on you. He's watching. He's watching. Yes, Benitra, he's watching. I don't care what you're up against. I don't care what's up against you. God's watching. He's concerned. He's committed. He loves you. And we love you also. Listen, we'll be at prayer at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Would love to see you in the place, because we believe that his house should be called the house of prayer. And so we're focusing and honing ourselves in on the importance of prayer. God is watching. Have a fantastic Friday. You don't want to miss Sunday. We're celebrating our church's transition on so many different levels. We're godly excited about what God is up to, what he's doing in Zion, but what he's more than that, what he's doing in the lives of his people. Have a fantastic Friday. Hope to see you tomorrow, and definitely Sunday morning in Birmingham at 9, in Huntsville at 12:30. Be blessed.